in the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello, can you see me, can you hear me, can you let me know? What an absolute ball ache. The computer decided to do some updates and the camera wasn't working. I forgot about that last week. Camera stopped working. So I just had to try and make that work. World's gone mad. So I'm a little bit on the back foot at the moment. Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Good. Uno secundo, as they say in Japan. And chat on screen. Is this working or not? Will this come up with your very own Tears for Fears, and if it doesn't, it's going off. So where are we? Stu, how you doing, buddy? Okay, Mandy. If in doubt, Ninja Portraitors, of course. Yes, there you go. Fucking hell. And it's warm as well. Better late than never. Definitely. Not getting stressed. What happens, happens. Esther, how you doing? You okay? It is a nice hat. The Christmas hat is in the car. I had it on earlier on. And I forgot to bring it back in here. Because I'm having that kind of day. Ovs. Totes, ovs, balls. Light, 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 camera, light. Mike, that'll do. If anything else is knackered, it'll go tits up. I don't care, I don't care. I've had enough. Anyway, how we all doing? We all alright? Louise, how you doing? How are you at the base camp of Mount Pendle? Jeez, it is warm, you know. It wasn't overly warm yesterday when I was out. I tried to do a little bit of recording down by the beach. And I managed to get one little bit done and it was too bloody cold. And then I came home instead. But it was alright today. Been to Liverpool Airport in Liverpool. And it was nice. Just like I said in my video earlier on, I was just a little bit, feel a bit guilty. I don't get there often enough and I should do. About 40 minutes away. That's not too far to go, is it, really? Yeah. All good in the hood, blood. Nice one, Louise. Liverpool Echo Beach. Yeah. Which, well, used to be the Liverpool Echo Arena, didn't it? Which is now the M&S Bank Arena. That was on the docks, which would be a beach. Far away in time, the name changed. You got another mega hoodie yesterday. I won't like it, it's red. Boo. Nah, it's alright. FC20 won today, so I don't mind a bit of red. As long as it's FC20 red. Not them bastards across the park red. So, as you could have seen, I have been a fantastic uncle, as always. Dropped my niece and her boyfriend at the airport. He's Polish. although you wouldn't tell by talking to him. He hasn't got an accent. Well, he has, but it's a Southport accent. They've gone over to Poland for Christmas. They will be coming home on Boxing Day, and I will be going to get them. Because I'm good like that. But I enjoyed that drive. I've cottoned onto something. Those nighttime drives, or especially if you can go out as it's just turning to nighttime. Man, those skies tonight were incredible. Steve, pictures that you sent were amazing. Absolutely incredible. Add some white, and then you're supporting Ajax. It's got white trim, so you look very Christmassy. Very Ajaxy as well. Very nice. I don't mind that. I don't mind. Colour's just colour, isn't it? I mean, the sky was red. I like the sky. No big deal. Probably should have took my asthma inhaler, shouldn't I? As soon as I've been running around like a dickbag. I might go and get it in a bit. Whole sky was pink. It looked amazing. It annoyed me earlier, I must admit, the same kind of thing, because where we are, obviously on the west coast, if I go to Ainsdale or Formby Beach, I could stand on the beach and film how gorgeous the sky looked. And yesterday I was sat in my car in the Doggers car park at Southport Beach, and the sky was just completely grey. So it was really annoying. If it looked the way it did yesterday, I'd have got some fantastic filmage, but I didn't. And I'm going to take a decent camera with me and just start getting some of these skies, see what they're like on a proper camera. They're good enough on the phone and on the Osmo Pocket 3, but on a real camera I think they'll look fantastic. And I'm still tempted to get myself a better one. Might trade in my other two little A5 100s and buy a better, proper cinema line camera. Get them cheap enough. I'll see. See what happens in the new year. I'll treat myself. I'll save up. Genuinely save up. I'll put my bits and pieces, me spare change and what have you. I'll see if I can get up to about 600 or 700 quid. And if I can, I might go and get one. Mrs. Christmas, Mandy Claus, yeah. Us coastal dwellers enjoy the clear skies. They up in Thills will take all the rain for us. But it's lovely. It's lovely where you are. Oh, jeez. Come on. Right, this is only just switched over, so it might take a little bit to come through, but ELO should be on now. But don't forget, Louise, you're high up. So there's not much chance of you flooding when sea levels reach about another 6 million miles higher. There you go, Mr. Blue Sky, you cried that one in. Cheers, Esther. We don't get many good sunrises because of where we are, but some of the sunsets have been absolutely spectacular. And I think maybe the winter ones are better than the summer ones because they're earlier for a start. My subs have gone up. Have they? .3 to 9.4. No. 9,940 is 9.9, I think, isn't it? The test was just to see how doing daily pissabouties, how that went. Whether or not I learned anything from doing it, whether or not the people who were on the channel got sick and tired of watching them, or whether they were actually well received. Whether or not I should start doing them weekly rather than daily. Whether I should be blogging. Anything like that. It's just a little bit of a test to see how it came across. I might do a Christmas one anyway. Go down onto Lord Street and get a little bit of the lights. I did it on Saturday. I drove down Lord Street and recorded it, but I haven't put that out. I might just go and do it. Have a walk down there. Just rubbing it in with the ELO song and I'll miss the blue sky. But it is a kind of blue, isn't it? It's midnight blue. Decimal point in the wrong place. I'm 16 subscribers down on the week, apparently. Know what I mean? I haven't said anything. You cried that one. You cried that one in. Shout, shout, shout. The next thing you know, ELO turn up. I could do a thumbnail saying you're broken living in your car to get 300 subs. I could do, but I live in my car anyway, but it's always taking people here, there and bloody everywhere, isn't it? Ah. Poor Spencer. Although saying poor Spencer when he's going to be driving around the US doing a road trip. It's a bit better doing Route 66, isn't it, than doing the M6. Although I like the M6. It's a bit windy at the moment in North Wales. It's always windy in North Wales. You're on the coast, it's supposed to be windy. But it's pretty. And you get the massive skies and the sunsets and everything, so be bloody thankful. Thought he was angling for a Germany trip next. Oh. Apparently Route 66 is boring. I have heard that. Billy Connolly said the same thing, didn't he? And for somebody who can make anything interesting, if he found it boring, what chance have we got? You should do what Nana said and get a proper job. Oh. You could guarantee then that you get money coming in, but would you be happy working for the man? I sort of know where he's coming from with wanting to do it that way. But also, I've got a full-time job, so this isn't what I do for a living. So I can say that, can't I? Ali, 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 yo, how you doing? Evening, evening. Route 66 is shut. Nothing left to see. Yeah. Been left to go to rack and ruin. And also, I like the fact that it's still called Route 66, despite the fact that they keep on saying route instead. Route 66, man. That's where you get your kicks. And I think if I had to do an American road trip, it would not be Route 66. It wouldn't be east to west or west to east anyway. I think I'd rather do the west coast from San Diego up to, I don't know, Seattle. Maybe up there. The West Coast Highway up through San Francisco and that. Who's Mick? Full enough, one of my second names is Michael, so it is not far off. A mate of yours hired a hog and did it for the honeymoon. A Harley Davidson on the honeymoon. Well, at least you're guaranteed a ride, aren't you? Ali Ali out behind the bar. A hog is a pig, but also it's a Harley Davidson motorbike. Route 66, Route. Yes, I love the fact that he's got that on his jersey. That's a cricket shout, by the way. The former England cricket captain is called Joe Root, and the number that he's picked is number 66. So his shirt says Route 66. Kirsty, how are you doing? Shielding Localism, cough, Eric North. Co-author, is he? Cork Curran. Get your orders in. Get them while they're up. They're lovely. Louise, you can't do slidey writing. What? I thought everyone could. It's hard work, though. Fordy was absolutely brilliant at it in work. No one else could get it apart from him. Which made some of the the text conversations that we had rather odd, to say at least. Hello to the 6,000 people over on Twitch. There's not 6,000 on Twitch. There's one. Louise, are you drunk tonight? Do you want to get drunk? Uffington, yeah, honk. That's got to be a Welsh. Ivach. Hrvatska is Croatian, isn't it? Or Croatia. Tunguska. On the pop, but it's cordial. Do you mean it is watered down syrup, or do you mean it's nice, convivial? Very cordial. I always found I got very cordial after a few adultisers. Slidey right, but you're rubbish at it. Well, Hrvatska is Croatian for Croatia. I know that. Tunguska, is that in Russia? Isn't that where we had a meteor strike? Or an explosion, if I remember rightly. Yeah, we liked Tipsy Lulu, we did. You were quite spunky, weren't you? Tipsy Lulu. Don't mess with Tipsy Lulu. Which does sound a bit too Teletubbies, that, doesn't it? Tinky Winky, Tipsy, Lulu, Doe. Windows getting opened more. It is. Do you know what it is? 7 o'clock. This heating comes on, and then my face is melting for 3 hours afterwards. And then as soon as I finish, switch everything off and stand up, it's freezing again. Horace isn't here, by the way. He is over there somewhere because he was out with me, but now he isn't. Tree has not been decorated, not yet, but it's hung on there. Ooh. Mandy made me, what would you call it? A beaded garland. Is that what you'd call it? To wrap around the tree so it looks like it's little baubles and things. Got a couple of hooks on it. One to go at the top to keep the bear in place, and then it'll wrap around when I get a chance. Because I've just been chock-a-heaving, man. Absolutely chock-a-heaving. I did something earlier. Oh, yeah. My car, I got it cleaned on Thursday, and it looked, It looked, And then got out this morning to empty the boot and to give it a clean inside, and there was bird shit all over it. I thought, I can't take Lois and Phil to the airport in a bird shit covered car. So I got the little 25 quid Chinese pressure washer that I bought off Tinternet, which is brilliant. Bucket full of water, put the plunger thing in there, got rid of all the bird shite. It was great. Which was good, really, because I got halfway down the road and I've run out of washer fluid, which is stupid because it's in the back of the car. But then I couldn't really get out and put it in because, 70 miles an hour. Tree will be decorated though, Mandy, it will do. Looks lovely, that, by the way. The colours are fantastic. Purple, green and blue. Very pretty. Beetroot. You don't like beetroot? Not that we don't like soba Lulu. Of course we do. There's an extra prickly edge to you when you've had a few, though. It's nice. We like that. Plus, I like the fact that other people get drunk and I don't. Pickled beetroot. Tomato ketchup with beetroot and cheese sarnies. Beetroot, of course, if you have scouse, You have either pickled beetroot or pickled red cabbage. And then it makes the scouse go pink, which my mum and dad had earlier. I didn't. Forgiving. I like to see that. Good forgiveness. Pickled beetroot's really nice. Really, really nice. But don't get it anywhere near any clothing. Even red clothing changes colour with beetroot on it. You haven't put the tree up. Get it done, man. Ali's tree is up. Mandy, have you tried it with salad cream? Do people still have salad cream? What's in salad cream that makes it different to mayonnaise? There's a tang to it. Is it vinegar? Is that what makes the difference? Is that why it tastes tangy? Don't know if it's going up yet. Oh, you've got to do it. If I've got something like that up, then you're going to have to do something, aren't you? Can't just be me on my own. What happened to your live streams, Kirsty? What happened? What happened? Where are they? Mum's ended up quite ill. Oh, sorry to see that. Tom will be somewhere, yep. Only like braised red cabbage, which you have on Christmas dinner. Pickled red cabbage is really nice in Scouse, so I think it'll be the same in Lancashire hot pot or hot pot. Anything that's similar to that, it'll taste lovely in. Are you too cynical? Neighbour brought you flowers, then gave you cake as it was her birthday. Only later thought she's run out of vases. Never too cynical. Always be on that little cusp of what do they want? What are they after? Red cabbage you do like, especially with falafel. Red cabbage, of course, is also highly used in kebabs. So 3 o'clock in the morning, it always tastes nice. I haven't had a kebab in years. Mind you, I haven't been drunk in years, have I? So I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to be an absolute pig, aren't I? And have a daytime kebab. A daytime sober kebab. That's normally when you think you've reached absolute rock bottom, isn't it? But not for me. And it's now definitely over 2 years since I've had a drink. Definitely. Falafel I haven't had in years either. Tesco used to do this weird little section with things like olives, stuffed olives, pimentos, all the little, well, I don't want to call it crudité, all the little antipasta and things like that. And they had falafel and something else next to them. I used to like them. I'll have to get that more often. Should be fairly healthy falafel, shouldn't it? Man, do you like salad cream on baguettes, tomato, then salad cream, then brown sauce? Say what? Like a Neapolitan, savoury Neapolitan. Yep, Kirsty, hopefully she gets better soon. Sending you all our positive vibes. Randy, you've never falafeled. You've never lived. They're nice. And something to try, isn't it? Something a bit different. So you can't get this fucking temperature right. One sec. Apologies if I sound a little bit more scouse tonight as well. Seems to happen whenever I go down south. Whenever I'm close to home. You haven't either, Ali. You should do. Why don't I turn the radiator down? I have done. It's got. There's a good. It's like showers. No, them showers where that is freezing and then that is red hot. Similar with this. If you turn it down even a little bit more, it goes off completely. So the best thing to do in here is, because if I don't have it on when it's really cold during the night, it gets absolutely Baltic. To the point where I can't stand close to the window, otherwise I'll cut it. Know what I mean? Olives stuffed or otherwise are rank. Stuffed with pimentos. Don't like any of that. I don't mind them. I can only have a couple. Not too many, just a couple. But I like all that antipasta stuff. I had, what did I have the other day? Mozzarella and sun-dried tomatoes in oil. Just as a snackage. And what I have got in the fridge, which I could have later if I felt like it, but I'm not going to. I bought the Chinese selection thing from Tesco. And extra duck spring rolls. And I've got a really nice dipping sauce to put them in. I will be having spring rolls this week. Because they're fit, la. I'm still having trouble with my food. I can't find anything I actually like. But last week I did have a hot tikka masala. And that was nice. It actually was nice. You're not a fan of olives, but you do like garlic olive oil. Do you like garlic bread? It's like eating a crunchy, tasteless grape. Well, you're a fucking mood hoover, aren't you? Here's me trying to be healthy, eating things that are good for you. It's horrible. It's fucking shite, that. Oh, there's footy on tonight, isn't he? Oh, dearie, dearie me. Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie me. Oh, dearie, dearie me. That's not giving anything away, that, is it? Are you all set for Christmas? Anybody want to get in on that? I'm not. My daughter, my lunatic daughter, said, I can't think of anything to have, Dad. So, well, last year it was a guitar and then it was a MacBook or something for her birthday. I'm not doing that again. Not a chance. But she's got an Amazon wish list. So, all right, I'll buy you your Amazon wish list. Send me the link and send me your rota for tomorrow so I know what time I've got to get up in the morning. I will do. Not a sausage. Not a single word from her. Because her boyfriend's back from Leicester. Of course. So I'm of no bleeding use whatsoever. Now that she doesn't need a lift. You have a freezer full of that stuff for your carpet picnic on Christmas Day. Right, now, I will say that. That sounds perfect. I hate Christmas dinner. I hate Sunday dinners. I hate all of it. But Christmas night, we have what we call in Liverpool picky bits, which would be a carpet picnic, I would have thought. Similar kind of thing. Shit telly. Normally too much wine. This time, too much alcohol-free wine or hot chocolate or something. And loads of picky bits. I love that. I look forward to that. Esther, you want duck spring rolls? I will fax you some over. Carpet picnic does sound fun, doesn't it? If I'm getting this right, it will be a picnic on the carpet and it will be picky bits. Sausage rolls, bits. So you don't have to cook a proper evening tea after your Sunday lunch, your Christmas dinner. Carpet picnic, yeah. That's where me and the ex used to have crapas, which is a similar thing. Which was turkey dinosaurs, smiley faces, chicken nuggets, onion rings, all with as many dips as we could fit on one plate. Crapas. Crap tapas. You need to do that occasionally. You need to feed the inner child, I think. I think, anyway. You offered me a tomato fresh off the plant. I declined. I got warned. Beware of strange women offering you tomatoes. Carpet picnic does sound great though, doesn't it? If you know what, if you haven't done it before, I reckon everyone who's in here should have a carpet picnic over Christmas. And I want to see pictures. I want pictures. Really want to see those pictures so we can stick them up on the screen. There you go. There's your homework. There is your homework. Carpet picnics all round, everywhere. Still need to get the Christmas dessert in, and it's not Christmas pudding because you can't stand it. Good. Don't get it. Get what you feel like. It's Christmas after all. Treat yourself to whatever you want, which in my case is not fucking Christmas dinner. I'm having a pizza or a lasagna, or I'm going to do what I normally do. Have Chinese, but with Yorkshire puddings and pigs in blankets, because it's my time of year as well. Be anything you want it to be, exactly ali alio. Crashed on the floor with a load of bits of food in front of the telly. That shouldn't be a Christmas thing. It is a Christmas thing, like, but that should be weekly, bi-weekly, whatever. Do that whenever you feel it. I spoke about this earlier on in my video. Everyone needs a reset. Everyone needs to do something that gets them out of the mood or puts them in a better mood or whatever it is. I think that's what we all need, genuinely. And that sounds like one of them. Carpet picnics all around. Oh, hang on. Say cheese. I need to sort that out. Me nifty 50. Right, where am I? Does sound great. That's most nights for you, Steve. Yeah. Profiteroles as the dessert. Now you are talking. All nights over there. Good. Actually, that's exactly what you need to do, man. Profiteroles are fit, like, aren't they? Get it done. Can you do a bed picnic instead? You can. This is just... It's not sitting at the kitchen table. It's not eating a proper meal. It's just... Throw your pyjamas on. Mega hoodie. Throw shit TV on. And have easy food with good company. And as much tea Maria as you can drink. In your case will be a thimble full, won't it? When are you opening the new bottle? Have you opened it yet? You'll be at your sister's for most of it. Bully her into having a carpet picnic. There you go. Bed picnic is dangerous. A high spillage risk. No risk, no reward. It's got to be done, man. This year it will include trifle, Louise, as you're making some for your dad. Oh, nice. I love trifle. Nobody doesn't mind that you're using peach schnapps instead of sherry. Ale's ale, isn't it? I haven't had a good trifle in years. Send us some, go ahead. I'll be your best mate. Email at me. Yeah. Sometimes a change is good. It is. It's as good as a rest. Unless you're trying to play snooker and you can't reach the ball. Then you need a rest. Genuinely. Helen always does a homemade trifle for Christmas. Oh, you lucky sod. That's Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field and in the kitchen. I am gel. Very gel. I'm like, well, jelly blood, you know what I mean? You've got 2 bottles and you get at least 1 more for Christmas. Are you going to open one of them, though? Are you? Will you? You can't be keeping bottles of tea for like 6 months. Well, it wasn't even that, was it? It was more than 6 months. That needs to screw in, doesn't it? Oh, bollocks. Well, I'll get my dad to sort that out. I can't be arsed with it. It's a nice lens, that, though. You don't do trifle. Can you just have the schnapps, please? I like your style. My nan used to do fantastic trifles every Sunday. My mum's mum. A fantastic cook anyway, but every Sunday you go to her house and it was the feeding of the 5,000. Incredible. I still don't like Sunday dinners, like, but I like the Sunday evening salad she used to make. That was always nice. Followed by trifle. Apfel schnapps is nice too. 1 bottle's open. Happy days. Oh, Lotus Eaters. First picture of you. What a tune, man. The first time you're making it, so you need to do 1 for you as a tester. Of course, that needs to be done. Do it. Let us know how it goes. I've got 2 goo left, haven't I? I've got 2 goo left in the fridge. Remind me I've got to replace them this week though. You're all good in the hood. Glad to hear it. 15th of December, where has the time gone? Angel Delight, your grandma would use in a trifle if she was being lazy. Did it taste nice? Yes, sound. You've got aero mousses. Very nice. I haven't had one of them in years either. Do them in different flavours, don't they? There's the normal chocolate one, there's the mint one. Do you eat orange one as well? Mint aero mousse is fit. They're very bubbly, obviously. If you're too heavy-handed with the schnapps, you'll message Steve. Okay. First of all, 2 things with that. Good thinking. Secondly, what do you mean too heavy-handed with the schnapps? Come on. Come on. How can you be? Those lady finger biscuits and a full bottle of schnapps. What more do you need? Right back. No worries, no worries, no worries. Oh, hang on. Helen has been knitting Terry's chocolate orange covers. Look at that. Look at that. That is fantastic. Mandy, it's over to you. Your turn next. I love it. There's too many skilled people in this chat. Far too many skilled people. And I'm not one of them. It's annoying. Original and mint. You don't like orange flavoured things except opal fruits. Yes, you know they're starbursts. Yes, yes. How about orange chewits? In that case, they used to be made in Southport. I used to know people that worked in the factory. People that used to run the factory. Virginia Street, if anyone's asking. I know you know. It is fantastic, isn't it? Props to our Helen. I haven't got anything that's the opposite of very poor. If I did, I'd play it for you now. Very good indeed, very good indeed. The holly from Helly is a nice touch. It is. Helly's holly. Skillage. Absolute skillage. Orange flavoured chocolate. I like orange flavoured chocolate. Especially the giant buttons. They're nice. No Jaffa cakes either. I haven't got any. I was going to buy some on... I don't know, what day was it? Can't remember. Whatever day it was, I was going to buy some. And I forgot. And I bought something else. Well, I bought me duck spring rolls, didn't I? And I should have gone out. I should have gone today, actually. I needed some stuff. I never got it. I'll have to go tomorrow instead. The cannons are still here. Cannons to the left of me. Cannons to the right of me. Into the valley of Twitch go the valiant 6,000. Marmalade. Proper Dundee marmalade. And what kind of marmalade? Are we talking about orange marmalade, tangerine, or is it lime? Who mentioned lime marmalade on here? These are loads of things I have never tasted before. I need to try these. Orange marmalade I always find to be too tart. Too tart. Very tart. Very tangy, very tart. Not my kind of thing. Although my dad can put an entire jar on one piece of toast. He likes it that much. Orange marmalade. Or as they call it in France, marmelade d'orange, which makes it sound a lot better than it actually is, considering it's made in Dundee most of the time, isn't it? Actual marmalade, if I'm right, is made in Dundee. You like lime but orange with bits in. Mary, Mary, most contrary. That's what you are. You have to be different, don't you? Always have to be different. Balls, so you just have what you like. We're here for a good time, not for a long time. Eat what you want, just be healthy with it. Don't do anything daft. You're made it for a proper Chinese. They don't deliver over there. Do they do lamb, chicken and fish? That's because you're in the middle of bleeding nowhere, Esther. If you were back in the dam, you could get anything you want, couldn't you? It's just one of the benefits of living in a big city, but you don't get the peace and quiet. So it's a trade-off. Things are not quite as easy, but they're more chilled. Prefer lemon and lime. There's a nice, I don't know, all citric fruits have nice things about them. Lemon and lime is a really good combination. So chocolate orange and orange drinks, no thanks. 9 danke. Ah well. Pretty much probably the same as me with strawberry then. I like strawberries, but I can't stand strawberry flavoured anything. Nothing tastes like strawberry if it's flavoured. Never does. Never does. Rose's lemon and lime marmalade is luscious. Is that the one? Do you know, I have actually seen that. I think we have that. Not in the house. I think they've got that in our Tesco. In fact, they will do, won't they? I might be tempted. I might pick up a jar of that. Give it a go. And if it's no good, I'll give it to my dad. He'll have it anyway. I don't eat a huge amount of bread. Although I was saying that the other day I ordered a Subway. I had a foot long. I was in the mood for one. Again, very rare I get in the mood for anything. But with that one, I wanted it. And I had to have it. An Italian BMT, foot long. I think that's down to the fact that I'm not eating well, or I'm not in the mood to eat. So even though a sub is a foot long, it feels like just eating a butty or something. Might be that, mightn't it? But it was nice. Tasty. And it didn't take long to get here. That is the one. Right, I'm going to try that then. Let's have a look. Rouses. Rouses lemon and lime marmalade.
Next.
Yes, it is Tesco. I have seen it. I remember the jar. There you go. That's the jar. I'm going to get it. I'm going to give it a bash. Oh, I seen that. Hand up by Jinxie. Things going weird. How you doing? Roses from Dublin. Give it a go. Give it a go. Is it just toast you're ever on though? Or can you have on anything else? I'll have to give it a bash. Where's crazy Kirsty? She's around and about. She's here somewhere. Put your hand in the air. There's definitely something not right with that lens. Get it fixed. Talking of Rose, you like Turkish Delight too, you weirdo. Turkish Delight. A perfume, isn't it? Bloody Turkish Delight. Do you mean Fry's Turkish Delight or the actual stuff that you get from, where is it, Turkey? The stuff you buy from the souk. Highly perfumed. Yeah. You're feeling better? Good to hear it, Jackie. Keeping all your food down now. What the fuck did I just see then? Say a word. Not feeling happy with any Turkish Delight. You want tea and you want some Jaffa cakes. That we can do. That we can do. We've got some Jaffa cakes. Grab bagger if you're going to leave or not. And you have a bucket of tea. A bucket of tea. Let you know if you're taking pictures. Time to give you time to wave. It's not on. I need to make sure that the lens is working properly. I've got a step-up ring on it. I think that needs to be amended. Food is languishing in your gut. Good to hear it. You thought Helen was the... Helen thought you were the only weirdo with like Turkish Delight. Someone must do. Someone must do. They still sell it, don't they? And like they sell the proper stuff in... Not just Turkey. They have a similar kind of thing in North Africa as well, don't they? Same stuff. You like any Turkish Delight. I remember eating it as a kid, and even then I thought it was weird. Turkish Delight's way too sweet, same as baklava. You bought some recently in Lidl, it was rotten, very, very sweet, too sweet, toot sweet. You nearly had a hot chocolate with tea tonight and you forgot. Get it done. Get it done. Ali, you don't mind Turkish Delight either. We have got an absolute bunch of ne'er-do-wells in this, I'm telling you. You're off work for a week? Oh, very nice. That'll get you a cuppa. It will, you'll be grand. That's a good cuppa, that. In my thermos, because I'm worth it. Actually, you're more of a savoury person rather than sweet. So it doesn't matter what it is really. If it's too sweet, it's too sweet, isn't it? Well said. In fact, you know, I'm going to write that down, to be honest. Before I go. Because I've got to go tomorrow to pick up some stuff. Roses. Lemon and lime. Marmalade. There you go. I'm getting a list. I'm checking it twice. You love sweet stuff, Jackie. You love Tesco raspberry cheesecake cake. Totally lush. Haven't got any of that. Depends on what mood you're in, savoury or sweet, so you can flip-flop between the two of them, Mandy. Love lemon and lime together. It's a really good combination, isn't it? Some things just go well together. That's one of them. Or rather, those are one of them. Cheesecake you don't mind, because it's not overly sweet, isn't it? It's still sweetish, but it's not over-facing. Casper, how you doing, bud? So you prefer pies or crumbles? I think I do as well. Hot pie, ice cream, cold pie, warm custard, something like that. Louise, you like sweet stuff, but you usually follow it with something savoury, a Mars bar followed by a bag of crisps. Is that to even things out? So it's not too much. I can see how that works. In the same way as having some chocolate and then a glass of red wine. Love a rhubarb crumble. I do as well. Not had one in absolutely ages. And by ages, I mean decades probably. I have a fierce sweet tooth. Fried Mars bars. Never tried them. When I did go to Glasgow, we stayed in a hotel and then went to a nice place that did food down the road. And none of that. We didn't stop for a fish supper. Never stopped for a deep fried pizza. Nothing. Marmalade on one piece of toast, Marmite on the other. Something wrong with you, Mandy. There really is. You're evil. Love rhubarb. Never had a fried one. You have had a frozen one though. I've had the Mars bar ice creams are nice. You crave sweet foods. It's a sign, isn't it? You've got rhubarb in your garden. Oh. Do you pull it? Do you use it? Do you bring it in? Do you cook it? Do you steam it? Your favourite pudding is bread and butter pudding, so that's sweetish but not overly sweet, isn't it? I think that's a good combination of slightly sweet and slightly savoury. I like it. Oh, I thought that was just about to go then, but it didn't, so I probably will in a minute, won't I? Not the ice cream. Just like a frozen Mars. But what? Scots fry anything, so you were told. They do. They actually do. You think you live near the rhubarb triangle? I saw a programme about the rhubarb triangle. You will do. It was around that area. Interesting, isn't it? Stuff like that. Trapped rhubarb. What did he call it? Forced rhubarb, isn't it, rather? Forced rhubarb. Grown at in the dark in cellars and things. Mad. Jackie, I lived in Glasgow for a few months in 94, 95, but never tried fried Mars bars. Did you go on the Surrey Heed? Did you do any of the stuff that you do there? Casper, you just got home from a day of baking Christmas cookies and making chocolate sweets all day with your mum and sisters. For the first time in years, your biscuit tin has actual biscuits and cakes in it. Ah, lovely. Homemade. Trapped. Yeah, I've been watching far too much Mortimer and Whitehouse go fishing. Not trapped, forced, isn't it? Forced rhubarb. You knew what I meant. There was a woman, I think it might have been, was it the Hairy Bikers? It might have been a Hairy Bikers show. And she was talking to them about how she grows hers. It's outside for a certain amount of time, then it goes into a dark cellar, and it's forced. Because it then keeps on looking for the light, and it grows and grows and grows. Trapped. You could hear it growing, you could. Saw a reel where a chippy was deep frying battered chip and mushy pea baps. Has to be near Wigan. Has to be. Has to be. Northwest. It can't be anywhere else though. Trapped is when it's in a can. It is, isn't it? Like Colonel Abrams. You actually first stayed in a flat in Allison Street. Oh. I think you'll find it's Alley Street. It was a super nice day. Rhubarb grows in the dark. You saw the programme on that one. You really, yeah, you can hear it cracking and growing. It's bizarre. Very, very odd. One of those things that after I watched the programme, I walked away from it thinking, how can I have got to this age without knowing this? In the same way that I found out from Jim Al-Khalili that you can hear smells. Genuinely. Because the way that you smell is the same as the way you hear. In a strange, strange way. So it works the same way. I know, you confused the life out of me. I was about 8 glasses of red in on a Friday night, I think it was, so very confused. Very confused. Some things never change. I haven't even mentioned the Arsenal game. We haven't. Good point. But it helps the other mob across the park. You went back in July, August 97 and worked for a women's centre on a media visual project. Sounds very interesting, no? And is it quite stormy in Britain at the moment? It's not. It's not too bad at all. What with what now? With the what? What's the white thing next to the tree, not the ball light? There's a marker. Ah, there is something I forgot. There's always something I forgot. Yeah, no. There's the little pot planty things, the little tiny ones. That's it. Nothing else there. You're seeing things. United beat City. I've seen that. City haven't got a clue. It's bizarre. They seem to think that you don't need to defend to win games, and you obviously do. In any league. Arteta fuming. He's always bloody fuming. Bell. It was during summer break at university. That's nice of you. Jordan Lee Pickford played particularly well. The man who, I don't know, may or may not drive a pickup truck. Sounds like he does, doesn't he? Lives in a double wide trailer. My name was Jordan Lee Pickford. He had a temperature rose to 10°C and then it started storming. I think it's 11 here at the moment, but there's no storm. It's been a nice day today. The sun was out earlier. Not heavy sun, but it was out. And then as the day turned into night, the skies were stunning all over the UK by the sound of it. You knew something was missing. Yeah, it's definitely, you can tell, can't you? If it's not right, it's not right. Also, the little bird is missing because it's in my car and I forgot to use it in the film earlier, because what am I? You're a fucking idiot. Gusty wind and rain where you are on top of Mount Pendle, which is 38,000 feet, unless I'm very much mistaken. If you get to where Louise lives, you can actually see the top of Mount Everest from there. Cloudy but warm. No rain. Drizzly rain most of the day in the other part of Ireland. Milking too. Someone, go on. Jeff, if you want one, go make one yourself. Make a brew. Don't be our ass, lad. Sounds like the same kind of thing. But you get loads of yaks and Sherpa, because Louise does where she is. For high up. Your ears pop when you go up there, don't they? So delighted the temperature has risen. Is it about to go down though? That's what we want to find out. What's it look like for the rest of the... Do you know what? The temperature looks alright apart from Thursday. And even then it's not even down to 3. Oh, the wind has got up though. It is a bit more windy out there now. Jeff, stick the kettle on, put the Sebastian Vettel on. Pendle Hill, a prominent limestone hill, rises to 38,381 feet, approximately 8,008 metres. Thank you, Louise, for clearing that one up. DIY, Jeff, DIY. DIFY, Jeff, DIFY. Is that all it is? It looks like, actually it doesn't look higher. I am literally pretty much on the beach, so I am at sea level when I'm looking up at that. But it does look fairly hefty. Looks pretty warm until Thursday. You just checked. Good car park weather. You'd be pleased with that. The highest hill near you is a mere 113 metres. There might be loads of Sherpas knocking about, but just not climbing. So where's the nearest big hill around where you are, Louise? Is there anywhere that's higher than that, or do you need to start going towards the Lake District? That still to me sounds like it's that's going to be a fair walk, that one, I think. Snowdonia, or Eruri to give it its full title, looked absolutely amazing the other day though. Wow. It wasn't raining, so I could actually see the things. And then blue hour, oh man, just a little bit of mist, or looked like it was hazy mist over the hills. Oh, amazing. But of course when you're on your own you can't film. Somebody in the car with a camera could have got some fantastic footage, but they never, because there weren't anyone there. Obvs. And I took me my GoPro with me today, and it was completely out of battery, despite the fact that I charged the bleeding thing up last week and not used it. I need to keep it charged and make sure I switch it on before I start driving. SOS, DIY SOS, of course. You think it looks higher because it's on its own with nothing around it, so it does stand out, doesn't it? Bit like Rosebery Topping in near Middlesbrough, near Gisborough. Obviously, over the road, you've got the whole of the Yorkshire Dales, so that all looks quite high, but Rosebery Topping is a bit towards the coast. Looks amazing as well, that. Very, very pretty. Used to be up there all the time when I was youth. Betterfit Gasbill. Stretch or starve. Oh, right, stretch or starve. Do it yourself, or... Yeah. I need to go. I'm going to try, is it Rivington Pike? Because that's fairly high up as well, isn't it? And not too far away from where I am. Just head towards Parbold Hill. underneath the M6, I think, isn't it? And then get you up to Rivington Park. I might go and do that soon. Probably get there in about 40 minutes. It's not far, is it? Thought Casper would be deep in snow by now, soon. Did I go and see Mrs. Christmas when in Wales? I did, and I picked up some presents. Something for Thomas, which I will have to keep in the car in case I bump into an Everton game. The stuff for the tree. And also, I'll have to get your address off you, Steve, to send a little something to you as well. Well, for Ruby, really, isn't it? And you've seen what it is. Here it's very foggy and wet. Cold, and you thought to yourself, no wonder this country makes such a great setting for all those murder series. The whole of Scandinavia does, because it can look incredibly bleak. But at the same time, when the sun shines, the whole of Scandinavia, Denmark, Germany, Poland, all of it looks lovely. Just when it's cold, wintry, it looks bleeding awful. It has been unseasonably warm this December. It's why men shave certain areas. What? My to-do list must be longer than a loo roll. It is. Dice out. He still needs to go. I don't care if he got a point or not. Simon's seat is fairly high. Summit at 485. Where's that? I've heard of that. Is that nearby? Open it, maps. Go on, where are you? Oh, right. Yes, right, yeah. I know why I've heard it. I haven't been there, but I went to the Yorkshire Dales with the school when I was 15. And we did a good walk. Ingleborough, Gaping Gill. Huge, big, long loop around here, there and everywhere. Which was really nice. I loved it. Very, 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 very nice. Simon's Seat. An hour and 40 minutes. Or hour and 50 minutes, it says from here. Malham Cove as well. That's where the woman from Southport that goes on adventures went to the other week. That looked nice. Looked scary though. She was in her car and it had been icy and snowing, and I wouldn't have fancied driving. She was going uphill and down dale. Looked very, very sketchy. Still like a bit of Scandi, do you? A bit of Scandi drama. I can't get into them at all. The only one you know is the one with Kenneth Branagh. Ken Branagh. So popular at one time, the BBC made a 3-part documentary. It was called Scandamania. Yeah. And I am pissed off with them as well, because there's one called Beck, which is on BBC 4 all the time. And every time I see it, I think it's Beck, the musician, and it's not. And I turn over and I'm pissed off. Do you know what? When you look at the map, I mean, I know the map doesn't look massive. There's loads of places that are close by here, where I am. It doesn't take long to get there. Why haven't I been to all these places? I should. I need to do that more often. When I'm healthier anyway. Do it more often. Is Vera filmed in Yorkshire? That'll be up in Northumberland, won't it? Because it's Newcastle, it'll be filmed around Newcastle and Northumberland and Alnwick and places like that. The Three Peaks aren't that far, no. Oh, are the songs on the jukebox the ones from the Fives? I think, yeah, definitely. You love the bridge. I'm pissed off with that as well, because I thought it was a remake or a televised version of Ian Banks' novel The Bridge. Northumberland, further up it is. Very windswept, very nice Northumberland. The same Northumberland where Helen and Steve went on their holiday, correct? Did Jeff Beck die this year? This year or last year, wasn't it? Such a shame. What a guitarist he was. Barnesy, how you doing, bud? Casper, you started watching old Danish comedies from the 50s, 60s and 70s. So many good movies that are great and fun and filmed in summer. So you're living vicariously, getting warm by osmosis. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. The whole of the north of England is lovely in the summer. No one will tell you that. No one cares about the north of England. But ask the people in the north of England and they will tell you it's bloody lovely. Nice if the sun is actually shining. The sun always shines on the righteous, Louise, you'll find. But it's just so nice. And yet, because of where it is, especially the northwest, because of the way things are, people just fly through it on the M6 and don't even look. You're travelling through some amazing places. Stop, collaborate and listen. Get out. Not on the motorway, obviously, don't do that, that'd be stupid, but yeah, when you're going up the M6, just stop. Go to the Forest of Bowland. Have a look around, it's nice. Everyone goes to the Lake District and passes through really, really nice areas. Stop off near Liverpool. Go to Speke Hall. Especially on a night like tonight when the sun was shining and dropping down below the horizon. Wowzer. Wowzer. Don't have a drop of dreariness in it. Oh. The sun always shines on TV. Very, very Norfolky that, isn't it? Aha! Oh, bloody hell, hang on. Aha did a gig in Liverpool years ago, 80s I think it was, late 80s. And it was broadcast live on Radio City and it was superb. They were really good live. Very good, surprisingly good live. Fun fact, about 4 months of the year the sun doesn't set on the Danish kingdom, thanks to Greenland. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, British Empire. When I buy my camper van with shower and toilet, you may hire it yourself. In fact, you know what? You can borrow it when I buy it. Which I will buy, obviously, next week. I'm going to buy it. I would like something like that. Just for the option of getting up one day and thinking, sod this, I want to go somewhere else. And not have to worry about trying to find hotels and what have you. Barnes, you're still on your phone, so it's hard to type with your monkey thumbs. Ah. Hurry up and buy it. I need to earn the money first. I need to win the money first, rather.
Next.
Piggly Ding next. Who's next behind the bar? Has anybody ever kicked the bucket live on YouTube because the tea went down the wrong hole? I will be a first. This is the problem when I try to breathe. Sneeze. Breathe, sneeze, Louise. Breathe, sneeze, and cough at the same time. It just goes like that. Yeah, but if there was, it was going to be me, wasn't it? I will be the first. Are you secretly Jay from the In-Betweeners? Could go and visit everyone. Could do. I'd love that. That's the kind of thing I would love to do. That would make a fantastic video, that wouldn't it? The whole of the whole of the UK. Like Ricky and Ralph's Northern Adventures, but funny, you know what I mean? Hashtag camper van club, yes. Bit of thick down my thin hole. Pee a little as well, definitely. But I watch quite a bit of van life stuff on YouTube, and I like the fact that they can literally just sat in a bar or somewhere talking and go, do you know what? Sod it, let's go to, have a look on the map. We'll go there. Why? Why not? Sound, let's go. I like that. Oh, hang on. Helly on the Telly has provided us with more, is another cover. How cute is that? I like that. That's very, very cute. You've got the S-Kills to pay the B-Ills, man. 2 cups of tea and a selection of carpet food. Absolutely. Inside, there's definitely some J. I bet you there is. Coke for Ali Ali-O. It's gorgeous, that, isn't it? That's Helen made that. Were you here earlier on? Did you see the other one? I don't know if you'd already disappeared or arrived. This is the other one. Another Terry's chocolate orange cover for Crimbo. How cute is that? Love it. Love it. You're watching a fella try to do the North Coast 500 in a Volkswagen Buzz. I meant to watch that and I haven't got round to doing it. I love a VW Buzz. They look superb. And the North Coast 500, that's on the bucket list. I would love to go and do that. That's definitely on the bucket list. Looks, I seen, who was it who done it? Not Top Gear, the Grand Tour did it. I seen that, but I tell you what it was, Car Throttle, Alex Kirsten, Jack Joy and Ethan Smale did it. They went through on shitty £500 cars and they loved it. Love to give that a go. Can you buy the red one? They're only small. That covers a Terry's chocolate orange, which is about the same size as that. But it's chocolate and orangey chocolate. But how cute are they? Lovely little things. As I say, there's too much talent. Too much talent out there. Have you got the bug for knitting mini things now? Looking everywhere, aren't they? You need a camper van with a loo. Of course you do at your age, says the man. I had to shoot back from 27 miles down the road because I was in biblical need of a piss earlier on. I couldn't even stop anywhere and do some filming. Not that I would have filmed that, you know what I mean. Helen will knit one for you. Oh, there you go. That's lovely, that. Scott delivered at the road has been highlighted by folks. It's now getting chocker, isn't it, Louise? It really is. You have to pick your time very, very well and be careful that there isn't a load of influencers in rented Ferraris and Lamborghinis acting like complete tits. Thought it was your size. Not quite. Somewhere in the shrubbery. Wouldn't be the first time, exactly. Hide your accent as well. My accent is placeless. Plus, if someone says to you, are you English? I'm not English, I'm from fucking Liverpool, mate. That tends to put them on the back foot straight away. What do you mean? Only they don't say it in a Scouse accent, do they? What do you mean? You know English? From Liverpool? Oh, aye. That's alright, then. Je ken Sven. I ken Sven hen. Plus, I'm a man of many accents. I could just pretend to be Dutch, couldn't I? Talk about windows all the time. I can't find down the windows. They don't even say windows. That's stupid. Steve McLaren does, but he's a tit. As you can tell by the fact that he's now manager of Jamaica, isn't he? And he's speaking full-on patois. I'm an LA boy, you can tell. I'm absolutely pure valley. Like toddler. Like, oh my god, I can't believe that. I don't even know what accent's coming out or what voice is coming out, genuinely. Just sometimes something appears and I go, what the hell is that? And I'm knowing that it's coming out of. It's weird. It's very, very weird. When you don't know what voice is coming out of you. I don't know. Am I taken over by some kind of malign spirit? I don't know. Loft click woof. I like the sound of him. Looking for rhubarb. Yes, it's trapped. Shouting bus wanker from a camper van. Yeah, absolutely. That has to be done. And especially if you can get a yellow camper van with just one red door, or that'll work. Swearing now. I like these accents. They've got me out of a lot of trouble over the years, especially when following Everton. When people ask you what time it is outside or near football stadiums, you got a time, mate, and then you put on a completely different accent and you haven't got a clue what to do with it. If you pretend to be Dutch, you go, I don't know, is he one of us, one of them? Who do we punch? Then you walk off. I know all these lads. Oh, he's a fucking scarcer. Yeah. It is brilliant. The in-betweeners was superb. How are the fair babies? How are they getting on? How's everyone's fair babies? How's all the animals? My sister's having loads of work done on the house, and they've had to move to a hotel for about 2 months or something stupid, which means the dog has had to go into kennels. If it was the other dog that they had to put down, he would have come here because he was boss with us. We loved him, Frankie. But he's no longer with us. So Ronnie or Reggie, whichever one it was that survived, he's had to go to kennels. You just made a hot chocolate with Tia. OMG, ZOMG, your new favourite drink. Have you given it a name? Have you christened it? All four are asleep, so everything's good. That's a start, isn't it? That must be an absolute nightmare putting up with proper little kitties. You always all line up after a dinner of chicken and smoked bacon lardons. Ooh, very nice. They're eating better than I am. You saw a Brit in a video a few days ago who was complaining about Scouse football fans being the most insane ones to deal with. Yes, we do have a tendency to not back down, as Millwall found out. They seem to think of these big hard cases, and then as soon as they come to Liverpool, their arses go. These don't run away. No, they don't. Is he Dutch or Scouse? Both? Scotch? Like the series about the two Irish lads, that'll be the young offenders. So funny, them two. Two Cork lads. How is life as a young mother, Kirsty? How is it? Ruby's asleep, but she's had vegetables for lunch and is now full of puppy puffs. Ooh. Poor thee, poor thee. You had yours with cream cheese mixed in and chips, of course. Very nice. I had chicken, spring onion and ginger with jasmine rice. Because it's like that, and that's the way it is. I said no to a pan of scouse. How bad's that? I was going to say I haven't had chips in ages. I did on whichever day it was last week. Thursday it might have been. Yeah, Thursday. My ma come home from wherever she'd been out during the afternoon and said, do you want a chip butty? Yeah, go ahead. So chip butties were had and a big mug of tea, and it was just perfect. Even though I'm not eating much bread, I'm not really eating potatoes, that was perfect for that particular time. Never say no to a chip butty. Ooh. That is getting a bit rough out there now. Casper, I think we're getting your weather. We could well be getting that storm. Is there another one? Where's the next one? Chip butties with butter melting. White bread, proper butter, not margarine. And then when you're eating it, it's melting down your chin and down your arm and all kinds. Proper. When you're finished, one of them. The butter to vinegar ratio is vital in a chip butty. It is. This is something that needs to be done absolutely to the point. In a balm, chip balm. Yes, or a bap, depending on where you come from. Don't start with a bap balm. What else did he call them? There's loads of names for them, isn't there? Everyone arguing about it. Chip banjo, one of them and all. Carb OD, it is, but it's really, really tasty and filling. The whole point of food back in the day was there wasn't much of it about, so you had to make things that would fill you. So potatoes, you could probably grow them yourself on your allotment after the war. And then you could make chip butties all day long. Gotta be proper butter. You did say earlier on it was windy. You did, but it wasn't where I was, so it was irrelevant. Now it's relevant. Thank you very much, Mandy. Wiping yourself down afterwards, yes. That sounds just like you. Yeah, I am an Everton fan. You do have to make allowances for me. You do. You just call them a roll. Balm cakes, baps, banjos. Some people call them some very, very strange things. Very strange. They're a delicacy, aren't they, in the northwest though? The stuff that goes on them, like a Wigan kebab, which is a balm cake and a pie on it. Banjo usually has a fried egg. Oh, so you have the breakfast banjos. Is that what that is? I must admit, when we had them, I don't have fried eggs at all because I just end up throwing up. But yeah, sausage, bacon, and black pudding banjos. It's windy in Steve's house. It is at the moment. What do you think? You have a great big bushy beard. Chips out of a chip pan with lard. Very healthy. So one could use layer pack. If it's proper butter, yes. Proper butter. It's a chip bap, a bacon butty, or a cheese sarnie. Right, there are certain rules, isn't there? Definitely certain rules. Butter's really expensive. It is. They've now got tags on them in the supermarket. If you want to buy batteries, coffee, butter or cheese, You have to get the tags taken off them so they don't get stolen. Ridiculous. Layer pack is lovely. It's the standard, isn't it? Now your layer pack is your industry standard. £5 for a pound of butter is stupid. But when we left the European Union, everything was going to get more expensive despite what they told you. And now we're having to live with it. Or make it yourself. Or if there's somewhere nearby, I don't know how much it is there, there's a little farm shop, Bill Rimmer's farm shop, just down there. Might see if he does it. Literally just from down the road. That'd be more like it, wouldn't it? Buy local. You took out a mortgage for your last bottle of extra virgin olive oil. I am not surprised. How stupid is it? I mean, it's getting to the point where it's more expensive than vintage wines, isn't it? Silly. Coffee, cheese, veg, all expensive. Everything's expensive. And it all gets blamed on Ukraine. Well, gas is more expensive. Really? Really? Make it a no sense. You make good butter in Northern Ireland and it's still expensive. That's because you are thieving bastards. Layer pack proper butter is always on sale at Christmas. So a pound there would be about £3. Alright. So it goes up during the rest of the year. But they put it down for Christmas so you can cook with it. You can slaver it on your turkey or your goose. Olive oils are so expensive, it is stupid. But then we can't make it ourselves, can we? So we're trapped a little bit with that market. If you want it, you've got to pay for it. You're being held to ransom. Probably, to be honest with you, it's more expensive than actual crude oil, isn't it? A barrel of crude oil, how much is that? About 80 quid or something at the moment. $60 even. The stuff that you put in your car is more expensive. Sorry, is less expensive than the stuff that you put on your bruschetta. Read about Kerrygold being a premium butter. It is. Irish best. £6 or £7 for a small bottle. I haven't bought any for such a long time. Stupid. Like I said, we can't make it out. We can't grow olives ourselves, can we? Or we certainly couldn't grow enough. Not since the middle classes have decided to dip little bits of bread into it, croutons into it. Olive oil used to be sold in chemists as something to help earache. And as soon as the middle classes got onto it, dipping things into it, it went through the bleeding roof. I can remember before COVID, the average week's wage for a truck driver was 500 quid. Now it's £1,000 to get the money off us one way or another. Everyone's being ripped off. We all are. Because we've allowed it to get to that point. That's why. If we'd have just made a stand back in the day, capitalism is not the answer. Capitalism is anti-human. You can't have both. You can't be capital and look after humans. It's against it. But we're stuck now, aren't we? Because the corporations have all the power. Solidarity, brothers and sisters. You certainly wish you could use passata instead, but you can't eat tomatoes. Are you allergic to them? Loads of people are, aren't they? Learpak is a good old Danish product we send you. Do bacon, Carlsberg. That is a proper food pyramid there. Although I can't drink Carlsberg. Well, I can't drink alcohol, but you know what I mean. Because they used to sponsor Liverpool, so not allowed to now. You can't remember how much a pound of butter is there. Don't you make it yourselves? You flaxen-haired ladies, while you're spinning wool and making your own butter and all kinds, or am I just romanticising this completely? You've got to eat tomatoes sparingly too. Too acidic. Yeah, there's something in it, isn't there, with tomatoes? It's really good for certain things. but exceptionally bad for a lot of other things. Not particularly good on the joints, is it? If you've got issues with your joints and things, it'll make them flare up. It's very, very, very bad for you. But apparently very good for certain types of cancers, I think, isn't it? For fighting certain types of cancers, I think. The solid insulation you fit in houses before COVID was roughly 20 quid a sheet. Now it's closer to 50. Everything has gone through the roof. And of course, we've now got to the point where, because of Brexit, and the can was getting kicked down the road constantly, we're now into that area where everything that comes into the country is going to be a lot more expensive. But we're going to just have to get on with it. It's annoying, but we're going to have to get on with it. Or grow your own, although you can't grow your own solid insulation, can you? But you know what I mean. When it comes to stuff like that, you're stuck at the markets. Carlsberg and Tuborg make some good alcohol-free ones. Tuborg, I will have to try. Carlsberg, no. I always see, when I see the front of that, I see the front of a Liverpool shirt, so it's not getting bought. You grill tomatoes with garlic olive oil. Again, you got to be careful that it's not too much, because it's really acidic, isn't it? You don't get how anyone likes celery. I don't. People used to have it with just pouring salt on it. What's the point? Horrible. You like celery but only raw. You put salt on it. Celery and spag bol is okay, but not on its own. Carlsberg's definitely not the best lager in the world. Not a chance. Not a chance. No veg for Ali at all. Gotta have some veg. It's good for you. Same as kale, dreadful stuff. Right, and they start using sheep fleece. Apparently the farmers can't give it away. Could you make that into board yourself? Or do you just need to put board up and then push that in there? It must be really warm stuff. Must be insulating, otherwise sheep wouldn't be able to live on northern hillsides during the winter. Love a bit of kale. Celery, celery. And if you don't you tickle her bum with a stick of celery. Chelsea fans used to sing that all the time, didn't they? The celery song. They got a bollocking for that. Because it bled through on the microphones. Would the wool not be itchy? It would be, but if you put it as insulation into houses, I think you'd be alright with that. If you could, of course. Just cracked open a Carlsberg. Best Danish beer is a Slots Classic or a Blackbird from Fuglesang. I've had Tuborg. I've had that in... Where was it? The John Lennon bar downstairs. I don't even think that's there anymore. On Matthew Street. That might be Eric's again now. I think, maybe. It was nice down there, I liked it. It is a football song, it is, Mandy. It is indeed. Asked you need a loosens your old. Be right back. No worries, no worries. Thought Carlsberg was brewed in the UK. Most of it is now, isn't it? Guinness is as well. When you think you're buying proper Irish Guinness and then you have a look, it's actually brewed in Was it Warrington? Somewhere in the northwest. Sure, I told you that before as well. The Grünhalle premium German lager wasn't premium, nor was it German. Grünhalle was just German for green halls. So it was the green halls, northwest Warrington. They're making a shit lager and pretending it was German, and it wasn't. A latte with an extra shot and Jaffa cakes. There you go, get yourself some Jaffa cakes. Take some with you in the snack pack. Get back with the snack pack. You gathered when I started singing. Yes, I know I can't sing at the moment. Is there a shortage of Guinness in the UK? Now we make it here. It was brewed, I'm sure that was Warrington as well as the northwest. But it meant that the stuff that was coming over wasn't coming over, it was just coming from the northwest. And it tastes the same no matter what they tell you. The only time Guinness tastes shite normally is the day after you've cleaned your pipes, at which point everyone complains about it. Because there's no little bit of something within the line. It gives it a little bit of extra texture and flavour. That's what makes it taste better. Coca-Cola's brewed here as well. I know Cuba used to get their Coca-Cola from Mexico, and it's made with proper is it proper the corn syrup rather than the stuff that they use now. So it tastes completely different. It tastes like old school Coca-Cola, and they can't get it anywhere else because nowhere will trade with them. The Mexicans don't give a shite. Cross your legs, Esther. Controversial. You have the whole snack pack. You can have them. You no problem at all. Carlsberg's brewed in UK by Marston's. That's Midlands, isn't it, Marston's? Well, Stoke. Do you class Stoke as Midlands? I feel sorry for the Midlands at times. Everyone in the north calls them southern bastards. Everyone in the south calls them northern bastards. They can't get away with it, can they? Yeah, just need the first 4 or 5 beers to be good. After that, you're past caring. If the bottom's fallen out of your world, drink Guinness and let the world, yes. I never ever had a problem with that. I love Guinness. Very, very tasty. I haven't had one in years. Marston's, Burton, yeah, Midlands. Well, Midlands-ish. Burton is also where Carling comes from, isn't it? Carling, darling. Marston's makes some pretty decent bitters. Burton upon Trent smells like Marmite. That'll be down to hops, yeast, molasses, all the stuff used in the brewing. Burton Football Club, Burton Albion, which are based in Burton, obviously in the Midlands, in Burton upon Trent, are nicknamed the Brewers, and their badge is a picture of a man with a beer bottle and a beer pint in his hand, isn't it? I think. Let's have a look. Sure it is. Burton Albion badge. I'll show you this. I'm not making it up. Oh no, it's changed. It's now a fat bloke. Fat bloke kicking ball. I used to be holding a pint. Sure he did. Or have I dreamt it? I might have dreamt it. Balls to it, balls to it.
Piggly-ding, next.
Piggly-ding, next. You've never had Guinness, but folks say it's like eating a meal. It's a heavy one. It is heavy, but it's not like eating a meal. It's just, the hops or whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called now, my brain's gone completely. Everything's roasted, barley and all that is roasted longer, so it's dark. And it tastes a bit Tastes a bit heavier because it's not as light as lager, but it's really, really nice. It's gorgeous stuff. Probably the biggest brewery in the UK. They're in partnership with Carlsberg in UK. The Irish stuff. I went to Belfast and there was no such thing as Guinness on the menu. Hang on, get off. Thank you, Louise, for a marvellous shift. Ali Ali-O, hands up, back on. Piggly Ding, set up again. Yeah, there was no Guinness. They had their own version, the Northern Ireland Stout. And my mate was going, what the fuck, come all the way to Ireland, there's no Guinness. So we got absolutely hammered on Hop House 13 lager instead. Which was nice. Richard Burton, the man with the suave voice, amazing voice. You like a dark beer, you'll love Guinness then. It's gorgeous. Burton is near Derby. It is near Derby. Derbyshire's weird, man. Because Derby, the city Derby, is near Leicester, which is near Nottingham. And yet, Derbyshire is also Manchester, which is fucking weird. It's like one of those weird. It's not even that long. It seems to cover quite a lot of ground, Derbyshire. Get your orders in. Louise wants a beer. Do you want to flake with that, love? They do, don't they though? They do alcohol-free Guinness, which is really nice. My dad has it occasionally. I might get some. I like Guinness. I still haven't had me Asahi. I've got loads in the fridge. I haven't touched any of it in absolutely ages because it's been too cold, obviously. There's a beer called Carl's Special, which was brewed in honour of Churchill when he was on a state visit in Denmark. I did not know that. You don't like Guinness? Don't drink it then. Moaning ass. You've had some great nights out in Derby. I doubt it. Oh, actually, you've said, haven't you, Derby? I've been to watch Everton there. And was expecting to get pasted everywhere because my mate had a broken leg and I had to stay with him to get him back to the car. But he left us alone. Amstel for Esther. Turlik. Marston's Pedigree. I've had some of that. That's nice. Still one of the most sold Carlsbergs in Denmark. Louise is taking it easy tonight. Not drinking methylated spirits. You've never had Guinness, but you've had stout and you're not a fan. I think, well, Guinness or any stout is a little bit marmitey. Those who like it absolutely love it. Those who don't just don't like it at all. And no matter how much you tell them how nice it is, they won't have it. But I love it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm full of doubts. Back to your usual self. Oh man, no, come on. Louise, we've got to have you snorting absinthe before long. Going mad. Pogo into punk tunes. Having it large. Big box, little box. Go on. Get a party started. The only beer you just completely disliked was a Hoegaarden Weissbier. I'm not a big fan of white beers myself, I must admit. Who remembers Caroline Sterling, the OG in the ETS 21 chat? She worked for Rolls-Royce in Derby on submarine engines. I remember Caroline. That's a job, that, isn't it? Can you imagine that? What you do all day? Well, I can't tell you too much about it because it's completely and utterly hush-hush. Suffice to say, up Periscope. That's boss, innit? the kind of job you can be proud of. And what do? I just sit in an office all day doing piss all. How about you? I make submarines run. Fucking hell, man. Hoogharden, nice in the summer with a lemon slice. You can drink Guinness, but you prefer Nuki Brown. Or a bottle of dog, as it was called, wasn't it? Bottle of dog. I like Nuki Brown as well. I haven't had one of those in a long time. That was such a student drink. Because it was like a pint bottle, wasn't it? If you went to Cavern on a Thursday, Friday or Saturday night, when the bands were on, there was just empty bottles of dog everywhere. You wonder, is December the worst month for alcohol balking? It probably will be, won't it? Office Christmas parties and drinking too much, photocopying your ass, all that kind of stuff. You once tried Mackie and Black? Ooh, that's one from the past. You dislike India Pale Ale IPAs? Some nice IPAs. If you're into the lighter kind of beers, I prefer bitter. I would like to have proper old school bitter. I don't like the creamy ones either. Why are all bitters creamy nowadays? I don't want creamy bitter. I want something with a bit of bite. Remember Caroline too? Yeah. Yeah, I remember the saying. This is going back a while ago, this now, isn't it? Hang on. Right. I don't know if this counts or not. You can be the judge of this. Oh no, it's not on the live chat, is it? I've just had a text from Poland to say that they've arrived safely. Sound. Best summer beer you know is Pilsner with elderflower. That sounds a nice combination. Very fresh and a very non-beer way. Who drank Grolsch and then put the bottle cap in your bootlaces? All Bros fans did, apart from the fact that they weren't old enough to drink Grolsch. We used to, when we had the pub at the Derby Arms in Halewood during the late 80s, we had to take the bottle caps off the Grolsch until the dray came to pick them up. We had to keep holding them because people were constantly jumping over the back fence to go and nick them. And the brewery went mad. Where have all these gone? Fucking Bros fans. Take them off. Keep them inside. When the dray turn up to take away the empties, give them a bag full of these to take with them so they could recycle them. Yep. Grolsch used to be made in Enschede as well, which is where we lived. And the milkman used to drop it off of a morning. You could get your milk, your flour, yogurts, cheese, and crates of Grolsch, and put it in the barn by the carport. True story. Don't know anything about beers. Different NATO, like, is Caroline on Instagram? I've not seen her on there. She might be. She's left Rolls Royce now and got a job closer to home in Nottingham. Alright. It's not that far from Nottingham to Derby, but if you're having to do that every single day, what a pain in the hoop that is. Especially if you're coming home and getting in like rush hour. I wouldn't like to be doing that. I think I'd rather be closer to home as well. Grolsch just dishwater. No, it isn't. You take that back. Ancient tucker, altijd and tucker. You've got an elderflower growing all around you. Seen her sometimes in the comment section of Spencer and Daniel's Patreon, but it's a while ago. Oh. It is a boss job to have on your CV, that, isn't it? Caroline was the first person you chatted to. Dan was supposed to be chatting to EB but couldn't get it to work. Buttons were pressed, obviously. In the hoop. Oh. My arm's just clicked. That's a good sign, right, isn't it? If it falls off, it'll grow back, won't it? That's how it works, isn't it? I'm asking too many questions, aren't I? Right, anyway. It is Sunday. I did this about 9 hours ago, so I'm not even sure if it works or not. Jeff, Lord of the Manor. Oh, look at that. That's a proper pile, isn't it? My balls are infamous. I bet they are. Are they blue? But I'm always on the lookout for scrap metal. Ah, right. So he's got the money, but he's still a chav. He's classless. Absolutely classless, Jeff. You sure you've seen it in a chat lately, but you can't remember where? That's the only problem with us following about 6 million people. There's someone somewhere, but you can't work out where. Barnsley, got to go know what he's mate. Your phone and telly are out of sync and it's doing your head in. Have a good Christmas as well if you don't see you beforehand. Have a good one. Love to you and yours. Have it large. Right, so I've now got to keep an eye on the flights coming back from Warsaw on Boxing Day to find out which one they're on. Because there's pretty much guarantee she's not going to tell me which one it is. Oh, I forgot. Well, you make sure that you don't. Remember reading somewhere that chav means council house and violent? That would be a lyric from a Plan B song. Was it Ill Manners? I think that was from. He's put that in there. That's where I remember it from anyway. Very suitable, I think. No worries. Catch you later. It's going to be a good Christmas, isn't it? It's going to be a good one. Although, to be fair, I'm going to have to make sure the tree gets dressed first. I put that on earlier thinking I was going to do it before this started, and obviously I didn't get round to it. My daughter still hasn't texted me. I need to know what time I'm up in the morning. Is she in work this week? She will be, but what days? But then it's quiet over Christmas because it's a nursery. So people are not really in work, are they? Right. I have just cried that one in. I'll get the list to you later. I'm out right now. Okay. Fuckity Jeebus. 7:45 tomorrow morning she's in. Oh, balls. Sound. So at least I know. I need to do my whiteboard now with the times on. She's in 4 days this week. Casper's still here. You're not leaving. Still here. I am here. Great meeting Horace and Kippers in real life. They're both bigger than you imagined. Kippers is fucking huge, isn't he? I mean, proper, full-on huge. And Horace is doing well for his age. Has to be said. 52 this year coming up. He looks well. Nothing missing, no eyeballs missing. Where's the... Oh, bollocky. Hang on, where is it? I've deleted stuff, haven't I? Mandy, do us a favour, send us the pic again. The teddy bears picnic pics. I got them saved somewhere, and I went through them. I've deleted so much stuff the other day because I was getting low on space. Making that many videos, got low on space. Bollocks. Jeff looks like he did proper King of the Gypsies, proper scrap metal, scrapyard scraps. I thought it suited him. Did you measure them as well? You should have done. You meant to, but forgot to. Must get a picture of your childhood teddy. It's about 50 years old as well. Yeah. I was given mine when I was born, so it must be a little bit older than me. So it'll be 52 in April. And it's still looking well. And it is literally the only thing I've got from that time, apart from people around me. That's the only thing. The only tangible thing from back then. So I think I've done quite well, considering, to keep it as well as I have. And Kippers was given to me by the ex-wife, but even after we split up, I didn't throw it in the bin, like I probably would have done, because my daughter loved it. And then she grew out of it, but I haven't. And now, they're all just part of this, aren't they? There you go. All the shite you send me, you do, constantly sending me shite. But no teddy. It's nice that though. I think it's nice for people to be able to keep hold of something. A connection from back then. That's great that. Plus I'm also glad that I'm not the only sad bastard here. Tomash, you still have your given at birth teddy and Andrex puppy. Ah, isn't that sweet? Is it a teddy bear puppy, or is this just like a mummified puppy? Is this like taxidermy puppy that they haven't told you about? Or evening, Squire. Yep, teddy bear's picnic. Here we go. Go. Where are they? There's Kippers and Horace, and if you have a look at mini Horace, Walter, to give him his full name, on the left, how close does he look to Horace? That's scary, how much he look alike. Kippers is massive, isn't he? Look at the size of him, man. And Tomash, I have a gift for you off Mandy, which I'll have to leave in the car, and when I bump into you at an Everton match this season, you can have it. There you go. Didn't have anything like that when you were a babba. Oh. Not everyone did, and even loads of people had stuff like that, but they're no longer, they haven't got hold of them anymore. Arms went missing and eyes came off and what have you. So they just got binned. So I'm quite happy with the fact that I've kept hold of mine. And also Jess doesn't particularly have any affection for Horace apart from, Horace. That's it, so there you go. Maybe if she has kids, Horace will get moved on. I don't know. Some strike by the Burnley lads. I haven't seen that. I barely saw any football today because I was too busy delivering people to Poland. Golden Retriever puppy, you got that brand. Part of growing up in the 70s and 80s, wasn't it really? The Andrex puppies. A gift, yes, for you. Keep it with the emergency survival kit in the car. I will do. That's going to go back in, although it's going to have to stay out until Boxing Day, after Boxing Day. Because obviously the two of them have gone to Poland today, and I've took one big suitcase with them, which filled the boot, proper big one. Yeah. But I'll catch up with you at some point this season and you can have it. Bit of class. And Steve, I will get your address off you as well at some point. Seek out the clip. Free kick 40 yards out. Rolled forward. Woomph. There it is. I will check that one. I haven't watched any at all of the EFL highlights this season. I used to love watching them. Much better than watching Match of the Day. Why have I missed all that? It'll be on catch up, won't it, or whatever. I'll watch that. Especially given that did Middlesbrough win? Tranmere did, didn't he? Wrexham, did they draw? FC21. They're not on there. No worries, Steve. No worries. How are your heels? Are they elongating your calf? The thing is, though, with our Thomas being less of a giant than me or our Steve, you'd be able to fit into normal women-y heels, wouldn't you? You wouldn't have to go and get them made at Harland and Wolf like we do. Sorry, we would, I mean. Hey, if it fits, the shoe fits, wear it. Literally. I'm a bit disappointed with the fact that that's showing up on the screen as a red heel, though. Red. I mean, fair enough. It's quite slutty, isn't it? But red. Come on. Liverpool colours. Your actual heels on your actual feet are getting better. He was trying to break in a pair of posh shoes and they cut his feet to ribbons. How is Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? And Domingos Duarte. Some of the heels that drag queens wear are massive, I know. Down the road from our pub, there was a ladies' outfitters that did size 14 high heels. And lots of people you saw on the back way, up the back stairs. Because back then, cross-dressing or whatever it was, at the time as it was called, wasn't as popular or as acceptable as it is now. So loads of people had to sneak in there, and the people who ran the place used to drink in the pub. Very nice people they were too. But when you walk past a shop like that, and there are size 14 high heels, you tend to notice them. They are huge. And when you've got someone who's 6'4" to begin with, in 6-inch size 14 high heels, they are quite the sight. Kinky Boots, what a good film that is, Kinky Boots. I like that. Yeah, noisy posh shoes. This is what happens when you wear posh shoes. Never wear posh shoes. Buits or Trabs, that's all you need. And a pair of sliders. Adidas sliders, obviously. Adilettes for putting the bins out. That's all you need. Mrs. Tom was out on Friday. Mrs. Tom was out on Saturday. You've been playing a taxi today. She's delicate. Oh. If she's out on Friday, I wonder if she bumped into any of our my team from work who were out on Friday as well. Or was she just out over on the Oblong of Dreams? Domingo's in the doghouse, so to speak, as he kamikazed this Christmas tree earlier. Good lad. Good lad. Love it. Love it. Be in the doghouse, but that's your job, isn't it? As an angry young cat. There's a BDSM shop in Dublin with a note on the door that it's not there for people to laugh and whoever knows yet. Fair dues. Fair dues. Chest air, both nights. I was talking to my niece as I was taking her to the airport earlier. She hasn't gone on motorways driving yet, even though she passed the test last year or the year before. My dad's going to take her out and take her down to 57. I was like, you do know down the 57 there's Speak Hall, because she loves all that kind of stuff. If you carry on going, just turn left. Chester, it's just down there. Chester, yeah. It's a Roman city, and it's got loads of Roman walls, and her eyes just lit up. I'm going to have to go there, aren't I? Yeah, you'll love it. into all that kind of stuff. Also told her about Skipton and places like that, also within a fair drive. Nice places to get to, and there's loads of history there. Oh, I'll try that. Did you film it? Did you film Domingo doing a full-on banzai on the bonsai? Do you need anything, Mrs. Tom? I've got a bottle of Oasis in the fridge if you want that. Summer fruits. I can drone that over. Domingo, come on, lads, play the game. Isn't Chester full of Premier League players? Nope. None of them will live anywhere near there. Chester's too rough for footballers. Other parts of Cheshire will be full of Premier League footballers. Wilmslow, places like that. Not Chester. I was thinking about Chester the other day when I was on the North Wales Expressway. When you see all these signs, something twinned with something. Half of Chester's in Wales, half of Chester's in England. They should twin themselves together. Chester, England, twinned with Chester, Wales. Domingo on the tree. It was while your mate was here to deliver a combined B-Day and Christmas present. Egypt got you a Steam Deck. Very nice. That'll keep you busy. Bit of playing. You saw a video years ago with the tallest family in the world. The tallest girl was 6'8". Said she thanked the drag queens for there being shoes she could fit into. Oh man. Mandy, have you taken your Christmas tree out yet? Have you? Come on. Mrs. Thomas had a Monster Munch, full fat Coke and Galaxy Caramel. That is the holy trifecta of hangover. That'll sort you out. Is it the taller you are, the bigger your feet are? They should be, because the bigger you are, the taller you are, the longer your feet have to be so you don't fall over. That's what it is. And also, your feet are the size from there to there. So the taller you are, the bigger that is, the bigger your feet are. That's an actual fact. An actual fact. You missed Thomas's birthday, you did? Which was last week, wasn't it? Around last weekish. Maybe. Did you have a good birthday? It's a second-hand one, and he assured you it's cheap. But it's nice. Accept it with the good grace that I know you did. And then just get on it and start poning noobs. It's fine, don't worry, there was no birthday. Oh, it's one of those birthdays. That birthday is the equivalent of our team in work, where there was a spy. And our manager said, there is no spy and it's not her. Right, so there is a spy then. No, I told you there is no spy and it's not her. So if it isn't her, it must be someone. There is a spy. No, there isn't a spy and it's not her. Fucking hell, come on. Them days, they were great, them days. The mole, we called everyone then. Mole. There was a spy. There was a spy in the camp. You are the noob. You're never the noob, man. Are you going to start streaming? Steam Deck, Mandy, not a stream deck. There's two different things. Steam Deck is a game console type thing. There was a spy and it wasn't there. There was spies. We had our manager was a great spy. She had this fantastic code that we couldn't read in the diary, the team diary, which was using my initials to denote me and my mate's initials to denote him, what time we went and what time we came. No one else was getting checked apart from us, which was not quite cricket, I don't think. But there was a spy and it wasn't there. Piggly Ding next. Anyone else fancy a shift? Us fellas don't bother with birthdays. I do. Because it's the only time anyone will ever make me a cup of tea. You're on Twitch later in a bikini in a paddling pool. Watch this space. There will be 6,000 people on Twitch watching that. Happy birthday to you. La Brother trying to do it. Or whatever it was the other week, I can't remember now. I've had a sleep since then. Anyone fancy a shift? Let me know, no. Steam, stream, tomato, potato. Yeah, I know. Just don't make that mistake if you're trying to buy a Stream Deck and a Steam Deck arrives and you can't use it, or vice versa. If you want your kids, Jenksay, hand on the R, Waverley, you just don't care. If your kid wants a Steam Deck to be able to play on Christmas morning, what they don't want is a macro trigger pad, which is of use to nobody apart from streamers. And you would have thought that, I don't know, was Stream Deck the first one? Steam Deck might have renamed it slightly, just so it's not exactly the same. Seeing as though they are both hugely popular with the same people, really. But Steam is an online gaming platform, isn't it? And if you've got a Steam Deck, you can connect directly to it and play games. If you've got two working hands, of course. Yes, who do you think you're kidding? Jacqueline, you'll be asleep before the shift has even started. No idea what anyone's talking about now. Oh, sorry, Granny. Should we go back to pissing in a camper van? A Fanta and you want some Teddy salted Pringles? Yes, you can. There you go. Pringles in the house, I think the phrase is. Yeah, okay. Right. What it is, Jackie, is mate gave him a Game Boy. Jackie knows quite a few Game Boys, don't you? That's the rumours. That's what it says. Behind the toilet door, in her writing, in a Sharpie. Nod and smile, nod and smile. It is Friday, isn't it? No, it's not. It is Sunday. Ergo.
But Kipper's Vindaloo can't be good for you.
Bit of Kipper's Corner. US city tells residents to stop sticking googly eyes on its statues. The Oregon city of Bend has spent $1,500 or £1,188 on removing googly eyes from 7 of the 8 sculptures impacted. A council in the US has asked its residents to stop sticking googly eyes on the city's art. The comedy eyes have appeared on statues and murals around the city of Bend, Oregon, causing a viral sensation. While the googly eyes placed on the various art pieces around the town might give you a chuckle, it costs money to remove them with care to not damage the art, the city said in posts on social media. It would cost $0 to leave them on, replied one Facebook user, while another praised the artwork's additions. Make artwork googly again. MAGA, what? Hoo-yah! Not sure about that. Kippers, getting all MAGA. Have you heard of Podge and Rog? I have. I love Podge and Rog. Seen that news, boss, isn't it? Podge and Rog were the same people that did Zig and Zag, weren't they? On the breakfast morning show with Chris Evans and what have you. Podge and Rog. My favourite one was the aliens. The aliens come down and they were probing people. They probed the arse off them. We still say that in the house. They probed the arse off them. Podge and Rog are two old men, aren't they? Little puppets. Very, very funny. The name is Bend. Bend over. 007 licensed it to yes. You have podge for breakfast, as in you can't spell porridge. That is saying porridge with a mouthful of porridge in it. Do you want anything else? Podge. You've also been described as podge. I doubt it. Love it, leave them on. It then becomes part of the artwork. Are you selling the artwork? If not, leave it. It's sent them around the bend. Sorry, Steve.
Very poor.
Very
Very
poor
poor
indeed.
indeed.
We haven't had one yet. You're getting that one for that. Yeah, they're a pair of puppets. A scare at bedtime. Podge and Rog. There is stuff on YouTube. Check it out. It is really funny. Filthy Irish. And we love Filthy Irish here, don't we? Obviously. Is porridge about to be classified differently? I hope not. I like a bit of porridge. Eyes look like the ones Mandy made, the ninja potatoes. Do you do? Because they are. They're the same things. You can buy the massive ones that they're putting on there. People do have a TikTok, I think, craze of people going round, putting little googly eyes on things. And when you take them to the till, like a melon with eyes on it, and then just things that have got people's faces on there, like Quaker oats, all of a sudden they've got googly eyes. All looks mad. You're most welcome, Steve. You're most welcome. It had to be done to someone, didn't it? So it may as well be you. They are great, aren't they? Googly eyes are not cheap either. They are not. Oh, you prefer a bit of crumpet in the morning? Can't beat a good muffin first thing, can you? Had trapped rice pudding last night. Trapped rice pudding goes well, especially if you put a little bit of trapped jam in there as well. There's a dark one. What are the folks we're having a rock concert for? What? Very, very poor indeed. There's definitely something going on with porridge and other cereal foods. Right. Is it being reclassified, right? So is it got to have X amount of something in it before it becomes something else? Sure, I don't know. Not free range pudding. Trapped rice pudding. Googly eyes are funny, they are, I like them. You some of the massive ones but nowhere to stick them. Get out, get into Rill. Just ninja yourself round Rill, putting googly eyes on things. Jackie's got a muffin top. No, I don't know. That'll soon be gone, all that stuff. You're going to be a size 0 by the time summer comes around. You know that, don't you? Yes, the great Bob Morton would say, if it comes in a tin, it is trapped. Trapped potatoes, trapped rice pudding. Where did you get them from? Did you get them from Googly Eyes R Us? There's got to be a shop, hasn't there? There always is. Oh, you will do, you will. Stick with it. You know you're doing well. Yes, and if Bob says that's what they are, they are. Everything in a tin is now trapped. We're back on the muff. We are. Has the new mega hoodie got a muff in it as well? The red one. The red mega hoodie, I mean, not the red muff. Quite handy on days like this, I would have thought. Literally quite handy. Keep yourself nice and thirsty. Trapped like Colonel Abrahams. Like a fool, he's in a cage, he can't get out. Yeah, man down. That's a superb little bit in there. Greg Davis and Rasheen Connerty singing it in the cafe. Such a funny show, that. Love us, love us, love us. Hobbycraft. There's a Hobbycraft by us. Over at Road. Over the road from Tesco on the other side of the road, there's another couple of trading estates where the Sainsbury's is. The big Sainsbury's, there's a Hobbycraft right next door to there. I have to go in there actually. There's some stuff that I might get in there. Can't remember where the massive ones came from. Will they not come from Hobbycraft as well? Just for, I don't know, people with more time on their hands than anyone else. It's only a bit of crack, it is. You were ignoring the muff reference, but yes, the red one has one too. But on a cold day, or when you just sat around the house or lying on the bed or whatever, just hands in, suddenly you feel alright. It's more like it, isn't it? Saw a bottle of ale in the shop, Steve. Yeah, Suffolk Bitter. Hadn't realised you got into brewing and antagonising the neighbours. Nothing more bitter than people from Suffolk. There you go, tell them straight. Hobbycraft scares the life out of you. It is full of crafty things and crafty people. I'm surprised you've never seen Eric Bristow in there. Yeah, it can't be so many ads in December about starving people. That seems to be all year round. Calendars and merch. Profits go to UNICEF. Nothing all year. And then the guilt trip in December. We get that all year round. Literally all year round. You watch daytime TV constantly. UNICEF. Donkeys with one leg and three arses. Things like that, you know what I mean? Bizarre. Don't know the December starvation connection. It is because everyone's eating loads of food, so you feel guilty. When you're tucking into your 27-course meal over Christmas, think about the poor people. Are you anywhere near an optician's, Mandy? Can't see it myself. Bit like B&Q for you. You're out of your depth there too. I'm barred from B&Q. I was by the garden centre section. Some fella asked me if I wanted decking, so I punched him. Is there a B&Q in Southport? There's an S, an O, a U. It's in it, yeah. Yeah, guilt tripping while you're eating loads. Adnams is from Southwold or Southwold in Suffolk. I don't know. Don't like the stuff. Bitter aftertaste for you. Bitter, 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 bitter. Very poor indeed. Very, very poor.
Very poor indeed.
Bang & Olufsen, no. It's B&Q is a DIY wholesalers. You can go in there and buy all kinds of mad shite. Wood, tools, plants, lights, all kinds of mad shit. Dad jokes. Well, my dad. That's what we do. Great Danish brand there, yeah. They are Bang & Olufsen. I think, has my laptop got Bang & Olufsen? I think it has. I'm going to check now. My work laptop. It is, yes. I have a HP Elite book for work. And the sound is Bang & Olufsen. Very nice. Don't think you've ever seen an ad for them anywhere. There used to be a B&O shop on Castle Street in Liverpool. I had to walk past it every day going to work. The most expensive stuff I've seen in my life was in there. And every time I walked past there, I was like, oh man, I'd love all this. Never anybody in there, but they used to make a fortune, obviously. Because I think everyone used to do the Alan Partridge thing, didn't they? Go and get in there after hours and have a wander around all the rich people. Opening and closing things and saying tremendous action. Home base closing down at the minute. They should do. It's 20 to fucking 11 on a Sunday night. They should be. He bought a watch designed by Jason Wagner, who worked for B&O. Nice. You could build an entire house from B&Q, you could. It's got everything. Everything you need and a lot of things you don't need. You had B&O radio from your stepdad as a kid, but didn't know at the time it was a posh brand. Yeah, B&Q, bodge it and quit. Yep, there you go, Steve. You build it with B&Q, he'll fill it with B&O. There you go. And we'll put it on the BBC. Block and quail. Is that what it is? Yeah, Bang & Olufsen's something only wealthy people have. You do get it in a lot of top of the range cars, and rich footballers have it all over the house. 27 stereos in one room. Why? Because, I can afford it. Why did you buy the posh shoes? Why? Ideas above your station. There you go. A lesson to be learned. Life's lesson learned. Top up bill. Aye, top up bill. Gotta be. You gotta pay expensive. Same as Torrens. People calling it Thorrens the other day. Pissed me off. Torrens record decks. Man. So expensive. But beautiful. If you built it, you bring your own BO, you would. But that's the scent of a man. A hard-working man. Morning, Jackie. She's still there. Posh shoes. Don't buy posh shoes. Did you think it suited your new job? I suppose you didn't want to say John Thomas there, did you? Really? Or is that just on your mind, bit of John Thomas? You'd like a pair of brogues, work, weddings, whatever. These were by Lanks, a local cobbler who make posh shoes. They look smart. Ultimately, they were too small, the wrong colour, and utterly shite. Got to treat your feet well, man. Treat your feet well. Inflexible and impractical. Impractical. Lesson learned. Stick to the Lonsdale strap over webs and the Slazengers. Exceptionally wool, has to be said. That's peak wool. And if you don't know what a wool is, if you do your weekly big shop in Sports Direct, there is a good chance that you are indeed a wool. You were at a party in your youth and the folks had a B&O TV that then cost about 90,000 Danish kroner. About 10 grand, £10,000 in the early 2000s. Say what? Half Man Half Biscuit. David Wainwright's Feet is one of the all-time foot care songs. I like the fact that there's more than one. Plural. I like that. Should have got the proper shoe stretchers for them. Now that is exceptional. Ideas above your station do not get much more idea above your station than shoe stretchers. Get them. They are so far above your station, they will be banging into the ISS, I think. Nobody should have a station that includes shoe stretchers. And if anyone here has got them, I do apologise, but what are you playing at? Just buy the right size fucking shoes, man. Take them back, you can stretch them for it. Or go to Garland's, see if you can find some 6.5 foot lady. He'll put them on for you. Lonsdale, controversial. Lonsdale it's peak wool, isn't it? Whenever any Everton or Liverpool fancies the other one wearing Lonsdales, it is just bedlam. Consider for now you can't bear to look at them. Get a shoe stretcher then, because if you paid money for them, get them on. Also, wet newspaper, hot wet newspaper, not soaking wet, just wet, and cram it in there, and that will sort of stretch it slightly as well. Always worth doing. You have shoe stretchers, and you have a go at me. Jesus. I live in suburbia. I drive a Mercedes. I haven't got shoe stretchers. Who's the posh bastard now, eh? Should have bought the right size. Have you had your feet measured? Has anyone had their feet measured recently? Has anyone been to Clark's and had them actually done properly since they're about 12 or 13 or something? We're probably all wearing the wrong size shoes. Unless you buy one of those little machines off Amazon. Garlands. There'll be people in there who can wear them for you. Wet newspaper is good, there you go, told you. Especially if it's warm. And obviously there's a bit of steam, a bit of heat. That supplicises them. That's what footballers always used to do with the boots. Brother-in-law had some shoes he couldn't fit, so gave them to you. That's the good thing about average feet. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, mine, I'm only size 11 now. They're starting to become average compared to other people's. That's why you don't buy shoes online. I can. I was talking about this earlier on. I can wear almost anything that I buy online because I'm the almost classic size. As though everything was made for me, apart from the length of my legs. So if I ever wear joggers, like Steve pointed out, they're always rolled up slightly, or they look like they are. So I look like a rapper in the area. Yes, you. Russell Martin's gone. Oh, man. Why? It's 2 gone, yeah? You had yours done beginning of the year. You are smart then compared to us. George Henry Lee in town with the proper electronic machine that sizes your feet. That, now you are talking. I am having so many flashbacks to that. The proper electronic one. Newspaper helps stretch out your shoes, definitely. 2 PL job vacancies. There should be 3. Louise used to have a shoe shop with an electronic measurer. You wouldn't have put your foot in there because you thought it'd get crushed. I remember it. And it felt really good. When it finally got to the end of your foot and then stopped, it was like, oh, that feels great. I could do that all day. Only you can't because you're a 35-year-old man, you've got to go to work. Terrifying. If they're leather, put them on and wear them in warm water. Let them. Again, my dad used to do that with his football boots, leather football boots. Get in the bath with them on in hot water because it does stretch. And then once you get out the bath, cram it with newspaper and leave them like that, and then they settle into a good size and good shape. Yours was measured last time. It was 27.1 centimetres. Are we on about your feet now, are we? Wolves, Southampton and City. They're never getting rid of him, are they? We're never getting rid of anyone. You've got in-between size, which is very unhandy. 36 is too small, 37 too big. So what you need is a 36.5, and they don't do them, do they? Mad. 36.5. City F. No, it's not, is it? I haven't weighed myself today either. I should do that later. I normally do it on a Sunday. That's a 42.5 EU size. So since it's a half size, it's not as common. The sizes are weird. I don't get why the American sizes are slightly different to the UK ones as well. Is it R10 is an 11 over there? It's just that it's out by 1. If it was out by about 20, I'd understand, but it's not. Don't get why it's just slightly different. Very, very strange. A 42.5. City FM. There's a US brand that does quarter sizes. Atoms. They're so comfy. Elasticated laces too, which is genius. Have you started eating Werther's Originals and watching Countdown? Is this what you're trying to tell us? Size up and thick socks. That sounds far more kinky than it really should do, that, Louise. They hardly sell that size. At least not cheap. So you buy a 37 and put a sole in there. That works, doesn't it? Put an extra sole in there, thick socks, you'll be alright. Same with clothes. American clothing is sized smaller than ours. All of it's weird. All very, very weird. But again, I'm in the same size clothes as I was when I was 14, so all of this has pretty much passed me by, apart from I'm now wearing double XL t-shirts rather than XL. Even though I could wear XL, I prefer the fit of a double XL. But not bad, that is it, for a 51, almost 52-year-old man. The same size jeans as you were wearing when you were 14. I'm basically a genius. UK size is in inches. The US doesn't really make sense, especially as they use inches. It's the shoe size I don't get. Like I say, if it was completely different, in the same way that the EU is, or is the Far East has a completely different size as well, I'd get that. But to have the same sizes as us, but just be down by one little bit, is just so weird. But there you go. I haven't bought shoes in the States, so it doesn't really matter, does it? In Australia, you had a bigger shoe size but smaller clothes size. They're Australians, though. They're too busy trying not to be killed by absolutely everything around them, so I'd let them go with that one. Let that one slide, Louise. Do you know what, if I was you then, I don't want to say that all women are like this. I would have bought the clothes over there and the shoes over there and just showed everyone. I've lost loads of weight, look. I've gone down a dress size. Tell the lovely Helen we said hi. 1/2 inch per size. Really? Sizing is dreadful. Definitely worse for women's clothing. Size 12 in one place is not size 12 in another. It seems. I like the way you put in seams. It seems in there. Rather than you can't get the same size to fit you. It is awful. I mean, literally, if I buy something, even on the internet, if I just buy something that says XL, I know it's going to fit because they are made to fit. Unless it's some shite bought from like China or somewhere. Cheap made stuff, but normally it's the sizes fit. And yet I've got my daughter, my mum, my niece, my sister. They've got to buy completely different sizes in different shops over here, never mind anywhere else. And we're such in this shop and we're such in that shop. Should they not all fit the exact same? Helly went to bed at 10. I must admit, I'd bore myself, wouldn't I? I'd bore myself. You've Buckeye and Fish shoes from America. Oh, you have mentioned them before, haven't you? Your 6 million shoes. Mandy, you can't get dresses to fit. Nowhere. Yeah, it depends on the brand as well. So you've got the brand, the place that you're buying them from. Yeah, we've heard all about your iron fisting. There's a bajillion of them. 40,495,858 pairs of shoes on the wall. I'm not singing the rest of that. But it is Sunday. Hoo-yah! Time for a haiku. Put the kettle on. Relax into your armchair. Take time to just breathe. Hoo-yah! Wise words from a wise bear, I'd say. Wise words, indeed. As a 10-year-old in 99, you wore a Japanese extra large t-shirt. Your uncle brought Pokemon t-shirts from Japan. They at least back then have super small size compared to the EU. They do. And being the size I am, I can't buy anything from there. Genuinely. I've bought stuff where I've gone above and I've gone to like triple XL and they're still tiny. Oh, Tomash.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It's there. Yes. Jackie, the Imelda Marcos of Northern Ireland. Imelda fucking Marcos. Thank you, Horace. Oh, isn't that lovely? I think it's a lovely little thing now. Size 8 jeans, size 12 top. They don't make dresses like that. Right. I know what you mean. Yeah. And not everybody is the same shape or size. It's stupid. I had the same problem with me jeans. 34 waist, 36 leg, whereas everyone's 36 waist, 34 leg. So I had to get a 36, which was a little bit too big. Put a belt on, and then they were not quite as long as they need to be. But I've had to live with that. And I am probably getting smaller, aren't I? So I'll be a smidge under 6'2" before I know it. Yeah, Tomash. Mandy, you do need to eat more goo. And then you'll be able to fit into a dress perfectly. Stop moaning about your size 8 bloody jeans anyway. That's stealth bragging, that's what that is. Can you not tailor dresses? You've got the skills, you should be able to do that. Just buy the size 12 and then... Piggly ding next. No, it's alright. You can finish for the last few minutes anyway, sod ya. And you can earn more tips to buy more shoes, Jackie, there you go. You have problems getting short trousers, even petite trousers can be too long. At least they can be taken up. So say when you've got long legs, they can be an absolute pain trying to find things that actually fit. Unless you start buying them from specialist shops for the taller gentlemen, and then they end up looking shit. It's horrific. Horrific. But it wouldn't be the same, would it? If we all looked the same, we're all the same shape. Wouldn't be good. Vive la différence, as they say in Japan. This is going to annoy me. Balls to it, I'll do that later. Probably urge my flip on that now. Have you considered shorts? Right, you just buy dresses that fit the top and then wear a belt. Good thinking, good thinking. Try and buy next petite jeans and trousers and they can be long. Again, you can take it up though, can't you? Same problem there. Esther, you just stop wearing trousers. Full stop. How tall are you? 5'3". Okay, now 5'3". I genuinely cannot remember when I was 5'3". But I might have been in single figures. That's how young I was. Just mad, innit? Ali Alio, no worries. You have a good night as well. Be ready to seize the day tomorrow. Your pants are measured in inches as well. 34 legs. Your friend with 40-inch legs and has a size 50 EU in feet. Has the smallest shoe for the special stores. What? Thought you was taller. A little bit of it, no. Our Jackie's tiny. Good things come in little packages, though, don't they? And cyanide comes in little bottles. Right, so yeah. It is that time of night. The Dukey's worked. It's actually worked. I'll turn the piggly ding off. Sleep tight, everybody, yes. And hopefully next week I won't be that much of a dickhead and forget things. I'm going to reboot my computer and hope that everything installs properly. And then everything should be fine. So, for the time being, Get your dancing shoes on. It's that time of the night. Come on, vámonos. Let's go for it. Morning, Jackie.
Another great night here at the Paris Pause. Folks, go give yourself a round of applause. We've had a good chat, told the odd joke. Now get in our hot tub for a post-stream soak.
And that's that. Genuinely.
Hoo-yah!